How you feeling? Landing sad. Fourth the peace. We were selling heavy squares. How you feeling? Landing sad. Fourth the peace. We were selling heavy squares. Buying new Kellys every year.
To the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buffaloes offense will have the first possession of the game. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quickly complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Running it to the right. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Quarterback checking off. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Let's see what they've got on second down. Aerial assault continues. They're trying to get to him. Flushed out of the pocket. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 2nd down. They're working that left side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Go straight ahead. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Tried to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll open the second half with a run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pocket starts to collapse. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense finally gets home. They get their first sack of the day. This is a defense, they can pressure the quarterback. This is not normal. Last week they had 5 sacks, so you're used to this defense getting after quarterbacks.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
In that 3rd and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire, and you got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense, defense, defense. No one is giving an inch, and the stats bear that out after 3. And this is just the way you want it. The game will be won or lost in the 4th quarter as we take a look at the stats through 3. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Got it! Touchdown, Colorado! They move on top here in the 4th.
Finally, we finally get some points on the board. The defense has been dominating the day. Unbelievable job. 3 quarters of shutout football. Now finally some points on the board. Let's see where this goes now once you've created some momentum.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 10 over Missouri. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. So after the big run, they tried to hit him with a pass. Would you have gone back to the run there?
I think now, yeah. Of course, now looking back, I'm going to go, yeah, I should have run after you taking the sack. I like mixing it up, but if my offense is going to sit there and lean on people and we're good at running the football, then don't be afraid to do that more often.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Brown wants to pass. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And third down for a defensive lineman, trust me, I'm one of them, is money down. Go get me that quarterback. Make the stop. Get him to fourth down. The defensive line, the defense was ready to rock and roll. Nice job.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Let's go. Now we got ourselves a ball game. This one looked like it was almost over in the 2-minute situation. Get a few first downs, walk out of here with a W. No, sir. Defense forces the turnover. Offense, it's your turn.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Brown will throw it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The Buffaloes enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Brown wants to pass. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
And this offense is trying to make something happen. You're down later in the game, but this defense is having none of it. 2 sacks in a row.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Brown will throw it. Looking for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.